This video was sponsored by Enhance, Elbilmek, ABRP Planner, Kempower and Bilkomponenter. Yo, what's up? We're now in Bangkok and this is Hyundai Ioniq 5. And in this video I'll talk about Enhance, what they could possibly do to enhance this car. I'm talking about that OBD dongle, they call it the commander, you can connect to it to improve the car, right? Just like in the Tesla. They haven't made this yet, so it's just a suggestion what could possibly be improved, and maybe you guys have some ideas. So it is still an Ioniq 5, even though it's a stripped down version that they have in Thailand. It's the old 72.6 kilowatt hour battery. It's rear-wheel drive. I think that's the only one that is available here, and it still costs more than a Model Y rear-wheel drive here. So, but okay, whatever. The point is, what can we do to improve this car? First of all, I can show you that the OBD port is down here. I can feel it. It's down here. So they'll probably need to get like the old commander, not the new slick one or something. I'm not sure how they can do it. But yeah, let me get inside. So the first feature that I would like to see is to get rid of some of the beeps. So, okay, if I stop the car now, first of all, that end sound, why do we need it? And also when you start the car, you get this ding, ding, and you get that dung dung. And if we go to setup here, vehicle, there, okay. And then you go to cluster, you will see that welcome sound has been turned off even. So I don't know what's up with this. Why do we still have that welcome sound, even though it's turned off? I don't know. But when it comes to the beeping, the ding, 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 it's because I haven't buckled up. So if I buckle up now, you will notice that the beep thing is gone. Let me see. Just do this, and then I buckle, and then I start the car. The problem is that many times I get in the car and I don't buckle up, or like here in Thailand, like the car might be freaking hot, and the first thing I want to do is to start it, because first of all, why do we even have a start button? Why doesn't it just fire up the car as soon as we enter the car? Just like a Tesla, just like actually many Chinese cars, and also Polestar 2 and enter something, and Volvo. But okay, that's a different story. So I want to get rid of this. Well, let me show you again. If I'm not buckled up and I start the car, can we remove that annoying beep beep sound? I mean, yeah, it's a safety feature, but it's more annoying than a safety feature. And when I'm using adaptive cruise control and auto steer, well, the adaptive cruise control is enabled here and here, yeah. Yeah, also it beeps at me. I mean, why? And this is auto steer, but you turn it on and off, the auto steer here, and then you turn the cruise control on and off here. So you have to turn them on and off individually. Most cars, once you turn on adaptive cruise control, it's linked to the auto steer, and then when you disable it, it's what you can actually do is you can drive manually without cruise control with auto steer, but well, it's sometimes nice, but for the most time I want them to be linked. So there are a few cars where you can choose whether you want them to be linked or unlinked. So I want the option to link them together. Okay, this is strange, because when I play the music now, wait, what? Okay, if I play the music and I stop the car and we kind of leave it, and then we come back to the car and then we fire up the car again, it will resume it, which is good. And when you pause it and you stop the car and you leave the car and you come back and you start it, then you remember the state. But every time I test Ioniq or EV6 in Norway, it doesn't do that. It will always play the music. Here it actually remembers it. So at least in Europe, I don't know what's up with there, but is it possible to make it remember the state it had? Because there's a setting, I haven't been able to find it. No, maybe it was here. It's kind of clumsy. Let me see, maybe it was here, and then you have to go here, and then sound settings. No, there is a place where you can choose whether you want the audio to be off always, but then it's always off. So if you're playing the music and then you shut down the car and then once you come back again, it doesn't resume it. It will then always default to off. So I wanted to remember the state. And I also want the manual preheating. Okay, in Europe, you can navigate to a fast charger and it will preheat, but what if it doesn't preheat correctly? Actually, many times it doesn't preheat in time or something. So I want to have manual preheating, but also, weird thing is that in Thailand, the car doesn't come with navigation, so you cannot preheat the battery. Yeah, well, I mean, actually in Thailand, it's not needed because it's 29 degrees Celsius. The battery is already in the perfect temperature, but still maybe pre-cooling or preconditioning, that's what it does. So it might actually, in Thailand, it actually pre-cools the battery before fast charging. Well, or it reaches a certain temperature and then it actually pre-cools when it figures out that it's already at 36 degrees Celsius. But a manual preheating button or via the app would be great. Another annoyance is that the car is on. I tend to have it on when, for example, when I'm taking the kids in or out of the seat or something, right? I want to have the cooling on in Thailand or in Norway. I want to have the heater on during winter. And then listen what happens when you exit the car. It beeps at you. Can you turn off that annoying beep? Because if the kids are asleep in the evening or whatever, right? I don't want that stupid car to beep at me like that. I want the heater or cooling to be on and still not bug me, because, yeah, you guys know what I mean, right? And there is no pull down if you go to climate control. Wait for the lag. Holy shit, that's slow. There is no keep climate on here. Most modern EVs, they have keep climate on that lasts for usually half an hour to an hour, or some actually more sophisticated cars like Tesla or some of the Chinese cars, they also have camp mode like NIO, or the keep climate on will actually last until the battery is down to 20%, right? So that is something I would like here to see, that we can just keep the climate on, so even when you turn off the car, it will keep it nice and cool or nice and warm. And if you are DC fast charging, well, it depends, but you see that charger there has a stop button, but some chargers like Tesla and also Ioniq, they don't have stop button. And then how do you stop charging in case you need to stop it for some reason, right? In case of a fault or something. Then there is no way to press anything on the screen to stop it. There is one workaround. You go to EV, you go here in the cogwheel, and then for DC charger, you set charge limit. But what if you have an error or something? It has happened to me before. At 20%, you set the charge limit to 50%. You have to wait until it finishes to 50% until you can stop charging. So yeah, a stop feature would be nice to have. So I think that's it. Those are the most wanted features and the features I remember. So maybe you guys have some better ideas also. So just come with it, and then hopefully enhance. They might make a commander for the Korean cars. It would be Kona, e-Niro, Ioniq 5, EV6, actually lots. It will actually cover many cars, and they actually have the same features or annoyances. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching, and talk to you later.